All right, what's going on, insane gamers and all the lookers out there? More importantly, as always, your boy Yo Soy ACWeezy, joined by the man, goddamn, who just noticing, I guess, is wearing his new team's hat, and no, that's not a Raiders logo. Tyler, can we talk about that first and foremost? Because at first I thought it was cute. You know, you were just repping for the home team. They won a Super Bowl. I like to be a part of a winning organization. But now I think you just like are full on enjoying every second of this, and you're almost borderline switching teams.
I think the thing I like most about wearing about this hat, especially with you, is that it makes you so mad. Like my guy wears Oakland A's hats because it has the letter A on it for Austin, and then he wears like all these other team hats, even though he's not affiliated or fans with them. I like the colors of it. It's got the red, orange, and white. I'm rocking a little bit of orange, yeah, camo, I guess, or tie dye, you could say. So it just goes with the fit.
How many other NFL team apparels do I wear?
So let me ask you this then. So
Because
what's your
the Packers are just my main team. Like
right,
I'll
right,
claim the Yankees. I don't really
right.
root for them or follow baseball that closely. You know, your analogy depiction of why I have certain hats with the letter A on them is correct. Um, I don't even believe I have any other hockey teams other than the Rangers at this point. Basketball, I don't even think I have some Knicks snapbacks back at home in New York, but I'd never wear them. So
So let me ask you this, Austin. If you had to grade like 1 through 5 or 1 through 3 teams that you don't mess with, like how people rock different like baseball hats, baseball fitteds, snapbacks, stuff like that.
yeah,
I agree with your point with football. Before this hat, I only had Oakland Raiders or Las Vegas Raiders apparel. So for me, my ranking, and you can go next, goes for me NFL, NBA, and then probably like hockey because like MLB, soccer, anything else, etc. I'll rock whatever. It doesn't even matter. Like Messi just signed with PSG. I love PSG. When Zlatan was there, I haven't really paid much attention to them. I'm considering getting a Messi jersey now. But I would
mm,
consider getting an Arsenal jersey or like a AC Milan jersey because Zlatan plays there, or Ronaldo jersey. Like I would consider that. For you, what do you feel like your list would be like? These like I'm not touching any other team's apparel. 1 through 3.
yeah. I mean, I don't think you'll ever catch me in another NFL team's apparel unless it was something work
But
related. I'll
but you're
say
an owner.
right. So technically I'd probably get banished if I ever wore something else. But nah,
Banished.
the only time I've ever had a different NFL team's apparel is in high school when snackbacks were popping, and I went
Snackbacks.
snapbacks. Excuse me, I had
Yeah,
a little claw, white claw caught in my throat.
snackbacks would be a good fucking idea for like a play on like Lunchables.
Snackbacks. Maybe I accidentally just came up with $1 million idea, T. But anyways, snapbacks, snap crackle pop Rice Krispie. Back in high school, went down across gates, Eblin's, whatever stores they
Oh, I
had,
know where this goes.
and I was, snapbacks were popping. I was like, all right, I want something to match this and this and this. So I got a Seahawks snapback, and I also got a Cincinnati Bengals snapback because I wanted something to match our high school colors, which were orange and black. I didn't wear them much. And then after the Packers lost to the Seahawks in the 2014 debacle of an NFC Championship game, I said, "Who wants this Seahawks hat? This is bad luck. I'm never wearing this again." I think Shane Lyon took it. The Bengals hat, I haven't worn that in years. So Packers first, and then I'd have to say UConn men's basketball. That's probably my second favorite sports team out of anything. I only have UConn stuff right now for colleges. Um, Well, I guess I have a Siena basketball camp thing back in the day, but that's local. That's local. Come on.
It's so funny how that fits you.
I probably haven't changed size since like 7th grade. Hands,
Same.
waist, dick, all of it. It's all been the same size. I have socks from probably elementary school. Everyone's like, "How do you have so many socks and underwear?" It's like it's the same size as when I was
So, to
15.
branch off real quick, are you also the same person that keeps the same socks as long as they don't have any holes in it? Because that's what I do.
Yeah, if they don't have holes and if there's not too much discoloration, I mean the white socks are kind of tough to keep white unless you bleach them. Yeah, I mean I probably have a pair of Jordan socks. I'd say the oldest pair of socks I have. Uh, 9th, 10th grade. That's not an exaggeration, and that's what 10 plus years ago, Tyler.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
mean,
Holy
I
shit.
mean, I used to have those. Remember those NBA socks we'd wear for
Yeah.
basketball? I mean, I wish I still had those. Those are my favorite socks, but the toe holes ripped through.
Speaking of socks, I had when I first worked at Finish Line, that was my first job ever. I bought these pair of Nike socks that have like the L and the R on it to tell you
Yeah.
which foot most comfy socks you'll ever buy. They're like mid tops. I just found out the other day that there's a hole in like the heel
Oh
on my
no.
right foot, and I almost had a mental breakdown. Just those socks have been with me since 10th grade, 11th grade, and now they're deciding to fall apart on me, and it's kind of like I know this is a weird analogy. It's kind of like a dog. 10 years is a long time to have a
Mhm.
dog. 11, 12 years, and you're seeing it finally fade as you wear that pair of socks each and every time. It fades a little bit more.
Crazy
and
analogy.
then and then you get a hole in it, just like your dog has
Okay, well, I'm
a
gonna stop you
problem,
there. I'm gonna stop
and
you
then you have
there.
to put him down. You have to throw him
No,
in the trash.
let's get to a little bit more realistic of a comparison. Were you more upset when you found out there was holes in those socks, or when I snapped your pitching wedge?
When I had holes in those
Oh
socks.
wow, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I only had that pitching wedge for about 5, 6 years. I had those socks for like 10, 11.
Yeah, I mean, you guys go way back, as someone might say.
Yeah, I mean that those socks, were worn by a person that is no longer on this earth. He is, but he isn't. He's a different person completely. Those socks grew up with me.
Damn, getting deep. And that was Sock Talk on the No Look podcast. Might have to make that a segment. All right, that was interesting actually. So a lot of stuff I
Wait,
was
you
gonna
didn't give
say.
me your third one. You said
Oh,
Packers,
New York
UConn, and who else?
Rangers.
New
Yeah,
York
I
Rangers. Okay.
dragged it on too long. New York
Yeah.
Rangers, and then the Yankees and Knicks are just throw-ins because I'm from New York. So
I'm from New York.
where do I go? Remember that song, the warm up. Let me show you where it start at. Hood cats apart where it started at. We hustle hard to keep the sharks fed. When I score, go to war like New
I
York, New
do I
York.
do know that
All
song,
right,
yes.
where it started at, high tech, Jada Kiss, Papoose. Anyways,
Yo, Papoose, man, he slaps on that one banger with Busta Rhymes. You get
which
so
one?
mad.
Which
You
one
get
was that?
Austin Austin gets so mad when I try and string a
I,
different
I'm
subject.
trying to fucking segue onto something a little more
He's trying
relevant.
to
Get
Austin
off.
has Here's Austin. He's solely focused on getting to one thing, and I have an idea, an iota of a conversation, and Austin's like, no, 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 no. He's like the fucking Canadian Border Patrol.
Hey, I'll sit back, recline with my fucking right leg over my left because I have a bad right hip, and that's what's most comfortable position wise for me. And we can just sit here and banter. That's fine by me.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that. We could potentially get into, all the segments that we had procured
Right.
at some point.
Yeah. I mean, let's try it. Fuck it. Impromptu style change. I mean, I'm more of
I mean,
a.
I enjoy talking to you. I'm sure you enjoy talking to me on certain days, depending on where the moon sits.
Yeah, I mean, you enjoy talking to me until you get too drunk and tired, and then you don't talk at all, and you go completely mute. Which anyone that has watched Thirsty Thursday episode in the past year or so knows. When Tyler gets frustrated with a game or too drunk, he just goes mute.
You're not wrong, but there's also Mute Tyler that like is focused and actually does really well. Like last week when we were playing Fortnite together, not on stream, I was getting like 7 to 8 kills and I wasn't even talking, and you were doing most of the talking, but I was getting like a lot of kills because I finally got Rick in the Fortnite skin.
And that
So
that boosted your gameplay.
honestly, I think when you have a different skin, it boosts your ego. Like you get the skin that you were looking for the most. You get the mine was Rick. I wanted Rick more than anything and any other skin that Fortnite's ever released, and I got him. And I was like, all right, now it's time to get some kills. And I've got more kills in 3 games than I did all season.
I think you dropped a 10 kill, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I had 8, 10, and then 6.
That's not bad for you, honey.
No, it's not. I'll take that any day of the week.
Especially now with the Fortnite lobbies, they're just dying out so quick. I mean, it'll be the end of the first circle and there's like 30 people left.
Yeah, and I think I got the majority of the kills in the first circle. You know, we landed in a specific spot, obviously, PP Pleasant Park. But
Always gotta get a little pee-pee in.
I mean, the saying that I say is, you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you fuck good, and you know, fuck
Mm.
good could always be something different than what it actually is. Like fucking good could
Like,
be like
yeah,
you're killing in Fortnite, like that you're fucking good. You know?
right. You're fucking them up, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the term fuck, they always say English is the hardest language to learn, and I agree. Because the term fuck could have about 20 different meanings. It's like, fuck, like, I'm pissed off. Fuck, I'm happy. Fuck, why did that just happen? Like, so many different reasons
It
or
depends where you put
meanings.
that like little what do they say like that? Like fuck or fuck. You know, it depends on how
The
you say it.
emphasis,
The emphasis, yes.
right. What letter is it, like a fuck? Or is it like a fuck? Or like a fuck? whatever part of the word you want to emphasize on that.
I've never thought about that like deeper, but oh well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like one of those things. Like you always say fuck, but do you think fuck?
You always say it, but do you ever ask how fuck feels?
Always in the sun, but no one's sun is ever in me. Anyways, great day to be alive.
All right. So,
Oh, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. I just got comfortable. So I was chilling. But
Oh, okay.
take us away. Take us away. Where do you want to steer this ship? This is T's show tonight. I'm gonna let him.
Oh, okay. You're gonna let me marinate a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'm gonna let you quarterback it.
Well, I mean, speaking of quarterback, let's go into the NFL.
Nice segue.
Thank you. I appreciate the alley oop. You threw it up. I slammed it down like my name's DeAndre Jordan over whoever it was. I think it was Serge Ibaka.
Brandon Knight.
Brandon Knight, yes.
One of them, yeah.
Yeah, no, you're right, Brandon Knight. Um, NFL rankings came out. Updated list. Obviously, there's been many variations of the NFL rankings. Austin, if you could pull those up, share the screen with me, that'd be great. Me and Austin are going to give our grades for this. Obviously, one of our teams is in the top 5, and you know, obviously, if my team was in the top
Tampa
5,
Bay
I'd probably be
Buccaneers,
wearing their
unless
hat,
you were
not
hiding
the team that's in number 1. Um, but they came out with the rankings, obviously 1 through 32. Austin,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not surprised by these rankings as a Raiders fan. I think the Raiders deserve exactly where they are. But let's start with number
Share
1.
the screen with the people at home too.
I also like how you share the screen because it makes my screen brighter. Like actually shows my eyes,
I know.
shows my skin.
Well, where's your ring light?
My ring light's right here.
You got to put your ring light like around the camera.
Okay.
No matter where it is, you just got to put the circle like right in front of where your webcam is.
Okay, so I see what you're saying
Yeah.
now, and I agree. And these are tips of the trade that you would know, and I appreciate you.
Listen, I appreciate you for appreciating me, and let's all appreciate each other because elite, everybody love everybody.
Very good. Number 1 on the list, Austin, Tampa Bay Bucks. The man, goddamn,
Can't
is
argue with it.
repping. Can't
Yeah.
argue. Obviously, Super Bowl champs this year, returning literally their whole entire roster. Um, I mean, this is the right choice. I feel like for number one until they lose. So there's really no other team that I could see competing with this spot because no other team won the Super Bowl last year, and that's just that.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you were tossing that to me or not, but
I was.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna deny that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers should be ranked number one overall, like Tyler just mentioned. Defending Super Bowl champs, returned every single starter, literally all 22 guys. But with that being said, I do not believe that they will repeat and win another Super Bowl. I mean,
Really?
we saw what happened with the Lakers, right? They won the bubble championship, which and I have been quite outspoken with. I don't think is a legitimate championship just because of the circumstances, what have you. But anyways, we saw what happened this year in the NBA. The Lakers were the best team at the end of last season and coming into this season, but at the end of the year, they were far from the best team. Now, yes, they had a lot of injuries to blame for that being the case, but I feel like the Buccaneers stayed the same. I think some other teams got better. Now, Tyler, I think we'll get into that as we go down this list, but I think there's a few teams that have jumped in front of the Bucks for teams I think skill wise and could potentially jump in front of the Buccaneers as the season goes on.
See, I feel like I understand what you're saying. I see why you feel that way, but you also have to understand that the Bucks have some of the best positional players. They have a great offensive line. They have some of the best defensive players, DNs, linebackers,
Mm-hmm.
now cornerback, secondary. Obviously, the best quarterback in NFL history. They added some depth at running back with Giovanni Bernard. Obviously have a very deep wide receiver core. I think why you feel that way is because of
Oh, I
it
forgot I'm
not
sharing the
being.
screen.
What's that?
I forgot I'm sharing the screen with everyone, but oh well.
You're good.
This is
No, I feel
relevant.
like you feel. I feel like some people would feel like that, like you do, because it's the same team. They're not adding new players and the excitement of it, of adding a new hot prospect, whatever the case may be. I think the Bucks, they have a formula. The reason why they won is it wasn't their offense, it was defense. They held, as you see on the screen,
Mm-hmm.
Kansas City to 9 points, the best offensive team in the NFL. And I think Kansas City does have one of the best offenses because of Andy Reid's offense in the NFL. But I mean, if I'm the opposing team, especially in the NFC South, I have to score against this Bucks defense who's scary. And I think this Bucks defense is better than the Bucks defense that won against my Raiders back in 2002.
Yeah, definitely a lot of credit goes out to the defense and that Super Bowl winning team. But I mean, you look at this, Tyler. I don't know. I mean, the best team they played were the Chiefs, and they completely, had the best game all season. They played somehow, they got the fourth seed, which, technically they're lower, but they end up with the Washington football team, who they had about 27 different quarterbacks that season. Then they go up against New Orleans, who, granted, decent team, number two seed, but I mean, Drew Brees, he was coming off an injury, right? Michael Thomas, he wasn't 100% at any point last season. And then they go up against Green Bay, who number one seed, but they're missing, arguably one of their best players, David Bakhtiari at left tackle. And as we're talking about credit to the Buccaneers defense, I think they moved over Bill Turner. They put in someone else at right tackle. Um, and not to mention their guard Lane Taylor was out. So I mean, they're missing two of their starting linemen up against arguably the best defensive front in football, and they only, win by 5 points. Probably shouldn't have lost or won by 5 points. Kicking field goal, what have you. But we're not going to get into that. And then, like I said, the best team they played probably in the whole playoffs, the Kansas City Chiefs, and they just, any given Sunday, they came out and they had the Chiefs number of that game. I'm not impressed with their run.
I
Um,
I understand what you're
I
saying
mean,
though,
look at the
Austin, but I
AFC.
mean,
Look at the
no, I
AFC.
agree, and that's what I'm getting at is that if you look at the NFC, it's not a tough division by no means. But the four seed, the 7 seed, hell, even the Rams, might not even have made it. That's three teams right there that might not even have made it in the AFC playoffs altogether. I agree, the AFC is a much harder division to run through, but I mean, you can't discount the Bucks winning the Super Bowl. You can't discount their run. They beat Aaron Rodgers. They beat Drew Brees. I mean, they beat a tough Washington defense in Washington. So they had road games throughout the whole entire playoffs, minus the Super Bowl. I think it's a memorable run that you can't discount.
The only thing that made it memorable was Tom Brady. I mean, if you interchanged Tom Brady with any other quarterback, it's just any other Super Bowl. You know.
I mean, obviously, that's like saying if fucking Darren Waller was the number one tight end.
Hold on, let me think about this for a second. No, because that's completely egregious and doesn't make any sense. All I'm
That's it's
saying,
just like you saying any other quarterback would have made a different story. Obviously, we know this. Like Tom
right? But what
Brady
is
winning his
impressive
seventh
about
ring.
their run? They beat the Washington football team. They beat a crippled New Orleans team, and they beat
They
a Packers team that had already lost and went 1-4 in the
they didn't
NFC
have a
Championship
single
game.
they didn't have a single home game besides the Super Bowl. They were the first team to win the Super Bowl at home. Um, they had their backs against the wall the whole entire season because they were the 5 seed in the playoffs. I don't know. I just feel like you can't. I feel like you're trying to find a way to make this not seem like it's like a
No, it's
very
legitimate.
historical
No,
thing that happened.
hey, listen, I've been on record saying multiple times as a Packers fan and Aaron Rodgers fan that Tom Brady is the best quarterback of all time. There's no denying that. Um, stats and championships obviously combined. But all I'm saying is that this is not an impressive run. I feel like there's probably 10 plus other quarterbacks that could have been on the Buccaneers team last season and still made this run and won the Super Bowl.
I'm sure there is, but look at any other Super Bowl. You could look at the Super Bowl before this, and I could find a way to make it seem like this wasn't an impressive run by the team that won the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't know. I guess it's your perspective
I
at the
honestly
end of
don't
the
even
day.
know why we got onto this point. I think it was because I was saying that the Chiefs, I don't believe, will be the best team in football next season. Um,
Okay.
but with that being said,
So
I think the
when you say
NFC
that,
is pretty
who
clear
do you think
cut.
is going to be the best NFL team next season?
I mean, biased opinion. I think there's a lot of good things going on in Titletown. I think the Packers are clicking. They got past their issues. I mean, Tyler, as little as 2 weeks ago, they still were unsure if Aaron Rodgers was going to be the quarterback. Now we got a healthy Rodgers back. We got Randall Cobb back in Green Bay. He's kissing the field. Everybody's happy. They're all laughing, giggling. There's a different aura going on right now in Green Bay, Wisconsin. All smiles. I haven't seen everyone this rambunctious and energetic in at least 4 or 5 seasons. There's a lot of good things going on. I'd say on the NFC or AFC side, I can't talk right now. I think Buffalo is going to be better. Josh Allen has proven that he's just gotten better with time. He's like fine wine; he gets better with age. Stephon Diggs just got paid, and he's happy to be back. They think they're the number one wide receiver quarterback duo, and there's definitely some stats to back that up. Cleveland, the Cleveland Browns. I never thought these words would be coming out of my mouth as Tyler is sleep, reclined in his chair. They have all the pieces. I mean, they probably have the best roster in the NFL going on right now on paper. If Baker has a subpar, Eli Manning, Joe Flacco type season, I could see them being the team to beat in the AFC and potentially Super Bowl champions. Which, might I add, if it's not going to be the Packers, I would love to see a Browns Super Bowl because that city has gone through so much turmoil and just disgrace, especially in football. Obviously, LeBron got Cleveland one championship before he, banana boated his way on out to South Beach and then over to LA. Other than that, I'm looking at these teams right here. Baltimore will be solid. Tennessee, they added one of the top 5 wide receivers to a solid 4 seed playoff team. And I mean, I'd say the Colts, obviously Wentz is a bum and he can't step on the field without twisting his ankles. Yeah, I mean, is that enough or do you want more, Tyler?
Are you done?
I think so. I could
All
go
right.
on, but I feel like I'm talking to myself at this point. So
Well, I mean, technically, where the fact that you just brought up the Packers as being a top team when they just had the turmoil with Aaron Rodgers for 3 months, obviously taking an emotional toll and a physical toll and a
on
mental
who?
toll on
He was
all of the
fucking in
Packers
Hawaii with Miles
organization.
Teller. He's hosting Jeopardies. He wasn't
I'm
mentally
not saying
stressed at
Aaron
all.
Rodgers. I'm saying on the Packers organization, on the Packers
Oh, so
fans,
what? When they go
on
out there on
the
the field
Packers
on
as a
Sunday,
whole.
the fucking GM and the coaches are gonna have a mental toll above them that's gonna impact the play.
It might honestly. One bad thing with Aaron Rodgers happens. If you listen to me, if one bad thing with Aaron Rodgers happens, obviously it's the end of the world. He feels that he's right. LaFleur's wrong, or this player's wrong, or that player's wrong. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of backstory behind it, and there's going to be a lot of media coverage behind it. Aaron Rodgers not liking this. Aaron Rodgers not liking that person. Because of what happened in the offseason. A lot of drama that should have never taken place. The fact that you think that the Packers are a better team than the Bucks is just it's hysterical to me. I think the Bucks are better than the team this season than they are last season. They have an easier
That's hysterical.
how? They have an easier divisional schedule. No Drew Brees with the Saints. 2 wins right there. Falcons got worse. They don't have Julio Jones. All that they have is Calvin Ridley on offense, added Kyle Pitts, whatever. Their running back situation's horrendous. Their defense even worse. 2 wins right there. Who else do they have?
All right, fuck it. Let's take a deep
The
dive into the
Panthers.
schedule.
The Panthers, they have CMC if he can stay healthy. I mean, that's 2 wins right there. That's 6 wins. They're already better than the way they were last season. Prescott might not even play week 1 now that they're saying that with the Cowboys. That could be a win
All right,
right
all right.
there.
Let's go into it right here. I
All
want I
right.
want your opinion. What's gonna be their record starting week 1 against the Cowboys?
Win. Win.
1-0 Falcons.
Win.
2-0 Rams.
Win.
3-0.
Shit pumping. Win.
4-0. Well, we know how Tyler's shit pumping goes, but 4-0.
Win.
5-0.
Win.
6-0.
Win.
7-0.
Win.
8-0.
I can't see. Go down a little bit.
Washington football team.
Win.
What was that? 9-0 Giants.
Win.
10-0.
Sneaky loss.
10-1.
Win.
11-1.
Loss.
11-2.
Win. I can't
12
see. Keep scrolling down.
12-2. That's as far as it goes. We got the Panthers.
Win. I see the Jets win.
13-2, 14-2, and then the Panthers again.
Win. Sprinkle in someone else. They could possibly lose.
Okay,
Their
there's
schedule
a
is so easy this
0%
year.
chance that the Tampa
Austin,
Bay
look at their
Buccaneers
schedule.
go
It is
15-2.
Awesome. Look at their schedule, bro.
Do you hear
It
what
is
you
so
just said?
easy this year.
Yeah.
They're facing an Eagles team that doesn't know who they want to start at quarterback. The Bears, same fucking situation. Tua is not even trustworthy at the Dolphins. Patriots have Cam
I hate
Newton
to admit it,
throws a
but I like
fucking
the Rams
arm.
better than the Bucks this year.
Great. Fucking Rams can beat them. They're still gonna go 14-3 is what I'm saying. Like, they have an easy schedule.
I mean,
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
No, they have an easy ass schedule,
Thank
but
you.
I think
Which puts them in an even better position going into the playoffs than they had last year. As a 5th seed, I'd be scared. Now I have to play every fucking game at home or away, excuse me, and you don't know who you're gonna get.
all right. So what do you rank the Packers schedule?
Win.
1-0,
Shit pumping.
2-0.
Well, given their history against the 49ers, loss.
Okay, 2-1.
Sneaky win by the Packers. Barely.
3-1.
Win.
4-1.
Loss.
4-2.
It's in Soldier.
Okay.
Win.
5-2.
Loss.
5-3.
Loss.
5-4.
Loss.
5-5.
And this is where they turn around. Win.
6-5,
Win.
7-5,
Win.
8-5,
Barely beat Baltimore in Baltimore.
9-5.
Who's next? I can't see that.
Browns.
Oh, loss.
9-6,
Win.
10-6.
Who's the last one?
Lions.
Oh, win.
11-6.
And I mean honestly, Austin, the
I mean,
Packers
you
have such a
have.
harder schedule than the Bucks.
I know, but you have. You didn't even like hesitate at the Bucks versus the Rams, and then you say that the Packers are gonna lose to who'd you say?
I
The
mean, I'm
the
not really concerned
Steelers
with
and the
the Rams though.
Cardinals and the Seahawks. The fuck?
The Cardinals are a sneaky good team this year. They're my dark horse. Everybody's putting them, 16th, bottom of the barrel, like middle of the road.
I
They're
don't
good.
think anyone's putting them that low. I think a lot of people are
Look at the look
overhyping
at
them.
look at the rankings. They have them at 16.
Did I pass them?
No, keep going. You didn't pass them yet.
Well, they're not at 16. 18.
Oh, 18,
They
even
dropped
worse.
2.
Even worse.
I don't think they're the 18th ranked team, but I definitely don't think they're a
Well,
top
first off,
top 10 team.
go back down a little bit.
To where I mean,
The Saints 13, that is just
the Patriots above the Dolphins,
whoever
Colts.
made this list, the Saints at 13, puke in my mouth. That is disgusting. I want to puke and die because A, they don't have Drew Brees. Michael Thomas out for like literally the whole season practically. Only person they have is Alvin Kamara.
Wait,
Like,
what? I thought Thomas. What do you have? A suspension?
no, he's injured. He's going to be out half the season.
What? Since when?
Since like we drafted in our fantasy team,
I don't think anyone knew that.
everybody knew that. We just didn't tell Brian.
I thought Dan drafted him.
Well, yeah, but we weren't going to tell Brian, and then Dan ended up drafting him in the 4th round, which everybody's saying is a little bit too high, and that's your fantasy football.
Where is this injury?
Go right there. Click on ESPN.
I'm waiting to pause this so I don't get blasted in my earlobes.
See, right there.
Lack on clarity rather than undergo surgery. Torn ankle ligaments. What? He didn't get re-injured. He just didn't opt for surgery. So no one knows where he's at in his rehab stage. You just said he's not going to play this whole season.
I said half the season. Look
my
at
God.
returns in September, October, even later. Be one of the stories.
Yeah,
to
no
follow.
one knows. September could mean he's back week 1.
Yeah, but that's not. You're gonna play Michael Thomas on like 70% if he plays week 1, maybe even less.
And he's still
Behind
a
a
top 10
shitty
receiver.
offensive line, behind Jameis Winston or fucking Taysom Hill throwing him the ball. Besides Drew Brees, they're not number 13. I'm sorry to tell you. That is just they deserve to be down by the Raiders.
There's just really.
Keep going. There they are. Holy shit.
There's just really like an immense drop off. Like I've never really been much of a ranking guy. I'm more like tiers. So if I'm looking at this, I'd say Bucks, Chiefs, Bills, Packers, tier 1. Ravens, Rams, tier 2. Seahawks.
Of course.
I might even put Browns up there.
I think the Browns
The
are better
Niners
than the
at
Seahawks.
9. What are they expecting? They expecting a Garoppolo or Trey Lance to come in and be the savior? What the fuck? I think they'll be good, but number 9, I don't know about all that, honey. What do you agree with this? What don't you agree with this?
Top 5 is pretty.
Rams at number 5. Ravens. That's crazy.
Ravens at 5. I would actually interchange with the Browns. I think the Browns are a more solid team than the Ravens in my aspect. And the only reason I say that, did you just spell White Claw?
Yeah, on my Xbox.
Oh my god.
I mean, shit. The thing's already 6 years old. We'll see if it works. Keep going. Keep going.
Back to what I was saying. I feel like the Browns are a more complete team defensively than the Ravens, which is hard because the Ravens have a very good defense. But I feel like even offensively, Baker Mayfield, obviously not as good of a quarterback as Lamar Jackson, in my opinion. They have way more options to throw to than the Ravens do on offense. Their run game is so much better. They got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb over, you know, whoever they're running with what's his face. Who is the Ravens running back again?
J.K.
J.K.
Dobbins.
Dobbins. That's it. I knew it was coming to me at some point. I forgot I drafted him, but I just top five for me: Bucks, Chiefs, Bills, Packers. Honestly, I would even go Bills, Browns, then Packers. That's me.
Well, that's just egregious.
And I'm
I
not
mean,
spiting you or
well,
anything,
yes, you
Austin.
are.
Don't think too much into it.
I mean, it's incredible. Like, it
Oh,
just,
it's
you know,
incredible.
listen, I'll say this.
Austin's fucking future.
I love being
Incredible.
the underdog, and
Tremendous.
I love being
How are you
having
the
no
underdog at
pressure
number 4? Tell me that. The
because
underdog would be like the Raiders at 20.
of what you just said. Oh, there's so much going on. Everyone's gonna be mentally tired. Listen,
How?
nothing has changed. They had an argument, right? You ever get an argument with your girlfriend? And it's like, all right, babe, I'll do better next time. And now everything's good. You have some makeup sex, and now you go win a fucking Super Bowl. That's it. That's the
Don't know if that's
formula
how
to
it
a
works in
healthy
my life, but
relationship. um, no, I mean the Bills in front of the Packers, terrible. But
terrible,
so my
really.
my my main thing with the Ravens rank, I think the Ravens are good. They're a playoff football team. Their strength of schedule, Tyler. That's gonna be one of the harder. Was it the AFC North? That's gonna be one of the harder divisions in football right now. They got the Browns, who are supposed to be good. Big Ben is back. I think his body is just running off Budweiser and Adderall at this
And
point.
hot dogs
Hot dogs, and he's gonna have
and Kid Rock.
every centimeter of his body taped up. I think they're gonna have to put a fucking robot arm in there, like you see
He's gonna
the
be
robots shooting
fucking
half court
Bubble Boy.
shots. Honestly, and then a rising young Bengals team with obviously if you don't like Joe Burrow, then you're a fucking loser. The guy is just a lovable American sweetheart, hard worker, coming off an injury. They got some good pieces around him. Obviously, they got Jamar Chase.
I
They
mean,
could
I
they
think
could
the
give you
ba-
some minutes,
no, I
some good
agree. I think
minutes.
the Bengals are gonna steal at least like 2 or 3 divisional games this season.
What do you? I mean, fuck it. We're flowing today, right? What do you think the Bengals record ends up being?
Well, there's
17
17
games. Yep.
games this season. I think they win a good 6 or 7, Austin.
Okay. So we got 6-11 or
7-10,
seven and
yeah.
10.
I mean, that's pretty good for a team that,
Oh, so
won 4 games last season, 3 games.
so you're saying over, if the over under is at 6, you're saying over, but if it's at 7, you're saying what?
Under.
So 6.5.
Six and a half,
If
yeah.
it's 6.5, fucking hammer it.
I mean,
Yeah.
they like you said, they play in a tough division. I don't think they have a great secondary with John Bates the third, obviously. They have great wide receivers for Joe Burrow. I'm not completely sold on Joe Mixon. Also, not completely sold on their offensive line. They have Geno Atkins. I still think at defensive tackle. So I mean, their defense is good. It's just protecting Joe Burrow, protecting Joe Mixon. Allowing Joe Burrow to facilitate the ball around the field. That's going to be tough, though, Austin, against a tough, TJ Watt in Pittsburgh, a tough Baltimore total defense. I mean, they have literally all the pieces you could think of. And
Hmm.
then, of course, Myles Garrett. And who did the Browns just sign on the other end? I mean, they have so many different pieces in Cleveland now on defense that, I mean, if they steal 2 or 3 games, I'd be surprised.
Hmm.
I wouldn't doubt it, but I would be surprised.
Yeah, I mean it'll be interesting for sure. I'm sure speaking for Tyler and myself, can't wait for football to get back.
Oh my god, so horny.
Always, but extra
The
right
horny level is
now.
just like right here for
Through the
football.
fucking roof. Who do you predict winning the AFC South? We have a strong Titans team, who I mentioned earlier, at
Right.
Julio Jones. I think the favorites coming into the season were the Colts. Excuse me. Now they don't know who's going to be playing quarterback week 1. The Jags had the number 1 overall pick, but they still are unsure if Trevor Lawrence will be under center to start the game in September.
Which I think he will.
Yeah, I think
I mean, who else are they gonna play?
I would. I mean,
Resign Blake Bortles.
I'm a huge Minshew guy. I
I
mean,
love Minshew too.
when he's making like a "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia" style hype video, he's out there. Well, he's got the American flag, something or nothing, and
Short shorts, cut
short
denim.
shorts. He's got the song playing. Like that shit is it's incredible. That's vibes.
I mean, Austin, there's no other team than the Titans that are going to win it. Even with a healthy Carson Wentz, I don't think the Colts are good enough against the Titans. That division's atrocious. It's disgusting. It's damn near appalling. Um,
Hmm?
but, I mean, it's the Titans to lose at the end of the day. Am I wrong?
No, I'd say you just hit the nail right on the head. I would agree with you tenfold. Let's see what else we're looking at here.
Other tough divisions? I mean, if you ask
AFC
me,
AFC East. Who we got in that division? I'm old Bills. That's kind of a no-brainer. Do the Patriots? So I'll ask you this: do the Patriots make the playoffs? They got them at
no,
rank 14 right now,
not a chance.
with an
No shot.
expanded team.
No shot. Maybe. Okay, they might hit 7.
I mean, they're ranked. So what is it?
They
It's
would be the
it's
last team in.
it's well right now that's where they have them ranked, right? It's 7 from each conference.
I just hate the Patriots, bro.
No.
I'd rather the Dolphins get in. Put Fitzpatrick in the game. Even though he plays for the Redskins or the Washington football team.
Wait, how many teams make the playoffs now? Why am I?
14. Dog, it's 7 plus 7. What, you
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
pass fucking basic math? Why are you counting?
Wait, why
It's
is this not add up? I know I see that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You're
Oh,
forgetting
cause
Kansas
no,
City.
okay. Because I was counting Kansas City and Buffalo because in the past years both 1 and 2 had buys. But okay, we're there. We're not all there, but we're there. We're
You guys eat
halfway
this
there.
scrambled eggs.
Oh,
What the hell was that, dude? Scroll down a little bit.
how could you not see part of the screen? I'm
I
like,
mean, I feel like the Colts have a better chance of making the playoffs over the Patriots. So, I mean, automatically right there, the Patriots aren't making the playoffs. I even think the Dolphins are a better team than the Patriots. But, I mean, a lot of that depends on Xavier Howard staying at cornerback there, whether he gets traded or not.
I don't think a cornerback is gonna really make that much of an impact on a
You
team.
don't? You don't at all? None? You know,
Not a team like the Dolphins.
really interesting. A team that's ranked, number 15, right on the cusp of the playoffs, could possibly make it, could possibly not.
Hmm.
A guy intercepts a pass or stops a wide receiver from breaking out 150 yards a game that's averaging like 140. Yeah, yeah. What do cornerbacks do? Fuck them.
Yeah, no, I
I
was
mean,
gonna rebuttal, but I stand by my statement.
you wouldn't understand because the Packers just trade away all the cornerbacks that they ever have.
Yeah,
Instead,
true.
they
Except they
let
still have
fucking
the number 1 corner in the league right now.
who
I mean, you know who? I don't know why you're asking
who
a rhetorical question.
who
John Money,
who
Jair Alexander.
and who did they trade? They would have had number 1 and 2.
What? Casey Hayward.
Yeah. No, no, there was another guy that they had.
Micah Hyde was like a nickel
Micah Hyde. There we
corner.
go.
Yeah. I mean, they just drafted Eric Stokes, so I mean, they're gonna have a solid
You
one-two
act like that
punch.
guy's gonna be the fucking Pro Bowl, fucking Hall of Fame, future first ballot Hall of Famer, Charles
As long as
Woodson.
he's better than Kevin King, I think we'll be doing all right.
I mean, if Kevin King decides to stay off Tinder and fucking Bumble swipes, you might actually have a fucking chance. My guy was in Tampa. He was down at the Odyssey, fucking till late night, throwing out dollar bills.
He was doing something that wasn't football related activities.
He was working the fucking snap drills.
Mm.
All right, you're gonna bend over. I'm gonna say hike.
Yeah, right. Blue
um,
42, ready?
I do want to get into one more thing before we head out tonight,
Mm-hmm.
and it regards the other football.
Yeah, big news.
Big
Moving,
news.
moving militant. I know you saw that video.
I did not actually.
No, you didn't see
No.
when well, kick it off. I won't spoil the surprise, but
Why might I mean you might as well just like show the video.
okay, you intro. I'll pull the video up.
Gotcha. Big news, soccer world. Obviously, everybody knows. Leo Messi decides, well, Barcelona decides, hey, we can't pay you. So we kind of got to get rid of you. And decides to join one of the biggest powerhouses in soccer, the soccer world today, PSG, Paris Saint-Germain. One of my favorites ever since Zlatan was there, as I aforementioned in the show. Joining probably the most absurd front line. And Will, I know you watch the show sometimes. You can tell me if this is accurate or not. One of the most absurd front lines in has to be football history, with Neymar at left wing, Mbappe at center,
Mm.
Messi at right. I mean, they're
If you play with PSG on the new FIFA, you're a fucking scumbag.
you are a loser scumbag. I won't say the last part, but I mean, all around they don't have a single bad player on their starting lineup. Even their bench players are starters. Like any of their bench players at PSG could start anywhere, around the world that's at any given point. PSG is the team to beat. Champions League. I mean, Messi shockwaves around the whole entire soccer globe. I know a lot of people were upset they didn't re-sign with Barcelona, but Barcelona, he was gonna say, I will get paid half the money if I could stay with Barcelona. Decides not to stay because they can't pay him. And Barcelona has a good team, but PSG's got that dinero.
Oh, God damn! I forgot I had the fucking monitor on the stream the whole time. All right. Anyways, I don't think I leaked anything, and I don't think anything on Twitter was too bad. But okay, Tyler, this is said video I was talking about. This is Leo Messi arriving in France. I mean, you would have thought the prime minister or fucking who's big? Who else is
You're
big in
right, Prime
France?
Minister.
Yeah, but who else is big in France? I don't know. Anyways, you would have thought the prime minister was rolling through the streets. Look at how this guy moves. He's got one car, two car. Which car is he in? I don't know. Three car. It's like the fucking little cup game. Where's the fucking dollar bill? Some police escort. And then you thought that was it. No, they got the fucking Secret Service. Look at two guys on each motorcycle. I haven't seen such a thing. They got berets and fucking Berettas. Incredible. Can we just replay real quick?
All I hear is French. Brings me back to 10th grade.
Yeah.
French 3.
Fucking oui.
I didn't retain a single lick of French.
Je m'appelle ACWeezy. Alright, it doesn't want to load.
Je m'appelle Jacques.
But,
AFP,
I mean,
how do you feel playing?
Tyler, that just is a testament to, like, how insane soccer fans are. I wouldn't be surprised if there was someone actually in the crowd, that caught wind of Messi traveling on said roadways with some malicious intent. I'm not going to get into specifics of it, but we've seen what happens when soccer outcomes don't go a certain fan's way. They've, thrown stuff at players. They've attacked them. They've run on to the field, and they've actually also murdered referees for making a call they didn't agree with. I mean, soccer, football, if you want to call it that. I think that's what the majority of the rest of the world calls it. It's just in a league of its own as far as sports.
There's no passionate fan like there is a passionate fan of soccer. I think it's crazy because a lot of us Americans aren't obviously or were raised on soccer. You know, if you were, it was the Barclays Premier League on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m., you know, watching soccer because you thought soccer was cool. But, you know, soccer is the most popular sport in the world, obviously. We all know that. Let me put this into perspective for you, Austin. This is if what happened with the Chicago Bulls happened 3 years prior. So before Michael Jordan went to play baseball, after the three-peat, this is if Michael Jordan, the Bulls said, hey, we can't pay you anymore. We don't have the cap space. This is if Michael Jordan decided to join, let's just say, the New York Knicks, because they were right on the cusp of it in 1995. This is if Michael Jordan decided to join a super team, you know, him, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and decided to play in MSG. This is the same thing. This is how big exactly it would be, or if Kobe Bryant decided to join the Boston Celtics with the big three, you know, or if let's just say Aaron Rodgers decided to join the Tampa Bay Bucks this year. That's how it would be. It'd be a giant super team, and I'm surprised you didn't say anything to that last part, but
I was letting you rock.
yeah, no, I mean, this is huge, and I feel like it's being discounted a little bit. Leo Messi still, I think, in my personal opinion, number 2 player in the world, right behind Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, I was gonna
Um,
ask you if
I
Messi
mean,
is
we've already,
Jordan, who's I know what is Ronaldo then?
I mean, it would be Ronaldo, Messi, or Michael Jordan because, you know, unlike for us Americans, we don't have, you know, there's LeBron, there's Kobe, there's Michael. It's never like back and forth. It's never 1-2. It's always
Mm-hmm.
one. So I mean, Messi's like one of 1.15 or whatever the fuck the math equals out to. But um, nah, I mean, this is huge news, and I think PSG obviously doesn't have any opponents in League One that they face in the France division. It's literally Champions League finals or bust at this point.
Well, no, it's a Champions League win championship. I don't know what they call it or bust. I think with all these players, like you mentioned, um, Messi, Mbappe, Neymar, Sergio Ramos, who obviously him and Messi have been arch enemies, rivals for the past 10 years, maybe. Tyler, is that an exaggeration? Real Madrid versus
Probably been wrong
Barcelona.
longer.
I mean this has got to be a no-brainer. This is again, like you said, a super team. My main thing, Tyler, you and I, we enjoy soccer. I think we each have a couple jerseys. We play FIFA. It's just tough for me to get going for like a Champions League or La Liga or whatever. There's just so many different things going on, It's
Well,
like,
unfortunately, Messi won't play in La Liga anymore.
no, I know, but I'm saying it's like you have one thing, going on in Spain, and then you got Italy, France, or Europe, all this different things. It's like football. There's only one football. There's only one NFL championship. There's only one NBA championship. It's
Right.
it's it's tough for me to get going now. FIFA World Cup, to me, that's like the pinnacle because that's the best of the best. You got every single player from every single country. I get going for that. I love that. Every 4 years. Which wait, wasn't it supposed to be last year, and they canceled it, or am I going crazy?
No, in 2010,
Because one
14, 18, so it's 2022
22.
Qatar.
Okay, so next year. I'll get down for that. I'm definitely gonna watch that because I feel like it's almost like Arnold Schwarzenegger on steroids. He's probably already on steroids, but what I'm saying? It's like something big that's like expanded because you get the biggest sport in the world, but now it's like you get countries involved in it. There's pride. Everything is on the line. So that's honestly some of the best sporting viewership, I'll say, from a fan standpoint, as it gets.
Well, there's only one other place I would rather see Messi go, and that was the Premier League. And I think there was only one other team that could afford Messi given their current roster situation, and that was Man City. And they just signed Jack Grealish to like over $100 million deal. So I don't think that they could have afforded Messi if they wanted to, but I think it would have been better for soccer if Messi went to the Premier League, because then you would have had, Messi versus Arsenal, Messi versus Man U, Messi versus Chelsea, Messi versus Spurs. Like, you would have had all these different things. Now you get Messi versus Montpellier, Messi versus, some fucking Joe Schmo in the mountains. League One is not the same as the Premier League. It's not even close to the same as La Liga. He could have went to the Bundesliga to play with Bayern Munich, because I heard rumors of that, and had better competition there.
Mm.
I just think it sucks for sports when they, and I think I understand where soccer fans or soccer was going with creating a super league with like PSG, Man U, all the best teams, 12 best teams of all soccer clubs, and just competing throughout a season. I could see that. Now I kind of understand that, because now PSG, they have this super team that is not going to face anyone all season until they get to Champions League.
Mm-hmm. I didn't listen to a lot of what you're saying right there, but after you mentioned the only other team you would have wished he went to, I looked something up. And the only other team I would have wished he went to is Orange County SC, which play in the American United Premier Soccer League right down the street from me in Lake Forest. So if he had played there, I would have been at every single game. I'd be the #1 fan. So, yeah.
I think you and all of wherever you live would have been the #1 fan. Don't
Orange
forget,
County. Yeah.
Messi will play for Miami FC in the next few years. I think in about 2 years he'll be moving closer to me. Miami FC playing under David Beckham. Ronaldo might join him, running that American Soccer League.
That's, I mean, one of the crazier takes you've had. And
It's not a take; it's a real thing. Look it up.
what is it? Miami, huh?
Miami FC Football Club,
What?
dummy.
What are they playing? They paying all these pros out to come down and try to win a a
They don't
no-name
have to pay them when
championship?
they're putting asses in seats and selling jerseys.
I mean, I think Zlatan will be the biggest name in MLS history. There's no
I disagree.
if Messi and Ronaldo play in the MLS,
You're Austin.
I'm calling
Are
them
you hot,
bums
or you dumb, or you stupid? You tell me. Why wouldn't you want to play in Miami if you're Messi or Ronaldo?
because they've never lived in the United States in their lives and they're not from
That's
America.
not true.
So why would they want to start?
They've lived in the United States, aka Miami, during off seasons.
Bullshit.
Okay.
Show me the school taxes.
Let me pull up the receipts, and I'll send them to you. You'll get them via text message, so you can see all the times that they were ever there. I mean, they love Miami. Miami has their culture.
Who is your source of this? And who is
Literally,
their culture? Messi's from Argentina, and
the Argentinians love Miami.
and
Also,
Cristiano Ronaldo is from Portugal.
Okay, you act like people don't speak Portuguese,
I mean, in Brazil,
but they also speak it in Florida.
Portuguese.
I have a guy that's a coworker of mine that speaks Portuguese. I mean,
all right. My guy's got a coworker of a stepson-in-law whose barber's
here we
fucking
go.
twice removed golden retriever speaks Portuguese.
All I'm
God
saying
damn
is,
it.
no, look, remember this. Remember this time, this 5-clip segment where Austin sounded stupid, Tyler was right. 2 years from now, when Messi is in Miami, or 3 years or 4 years, you're welcome.
If Messi or Ronaldo play in Miami, I'll do a fucking. I don't know if I can say it on Twitch.
You promise? Whatever it is, you promise?
Fuck, I'll say I'll do a bump out of your ass.
You promise?
Yeah.
All right. Bet.
It's just a fucking virtual handshake, motherfucker. Okay.
Well,
It's been
can't wait to be
decided.
right.
I mean, shout out Orange County SC. You know, that's all I gotta say. Tyler shouts out the Nets. It's my new team right here. Is it SC or FC? Fucking
FC.
Google does
Football club. Or it could be SC soccer club.
soccer club. The one thing, the
You
main.
should get a jersey, dog. Put consequential clothing on it.
Oh
Be
my
their
goodness,
sponsor.
that'd be incredible. I love their colors too. It's like Syracuse. Those are kind of fire. All right. Any last words?
Yeah, you need to contact them and be a sponsor ASAP.
Duly noted. Thirsty Thursday up next. Stay tuned. I'm going to end the stream, start it right back up. Don't go anywhere. Hit the refresh, and we'll see you soon.
Love you.